Yo guys, welcome to another video here. Are you mad? Are you mad? Are you lean? This little black book, you already know what time it is. You don't know what time it is, oh man, baby. I'm in love with my ex, I'm in love with my exy baby. Yes, this is called I Miss My Ex. Now, I know a lot of you guys, you've been in a situation, Don, where you miss your ex. Yes, I'm in a situation where I kind of miss my ex, and I'm like, yo, B, like, yo, dog. It's kind of mad still. It's a deep thing. And I was talking to God about the situation. Yes, I'm a Christian. So I was talking to God about the situation. I was walking down the street and I was saying to God, listen, God, I really miss her. Fam, I know it's been 10 months, but I really do miss the girl. Like, damn, like, this, that. I remember we did this, I remember we did that. And Lord, I have future plans that come into my head. I want to do this for her. I want to do this for her. I want to do this for her. I want us to do this together. And And as I was talking and walking with him, he was like, he asked me one question. Wait, hold on a minute. He said, what? You miss her? Oh, by the way, me and God have talks. Right? I literally be walking and I'm talking and he'd be like, yo, what you saying, cuz? You good? That's how he talks to me, I'm not gonna lie to you. Family, he bangs slang more than I do. It's dangerous out here. Like, gay. Anyway, so, me and God were talking, innit? And I was just saying, Lord, yeah, I miss my ex. He was like, what do you mean? Why do you miss your ex? He was like, I want to show you something. Why do you miss your ex? I was like, well, obviously, look, man, we loved each other. I cared for her. She made me feel a certain way, do you know what I mean? And the way we just used to chat and catch two jokes and, whenever I was with her, I felt happy, you know what I'm saying? I always wanted to be around her and that. And he said to me, if you feel that way about an individual, guess how I feel about you? I was looking at God like, God, this is not time for a sermon. I'm trying to release to you how I feel, cuz I just want you to be the wonderful counselor. He said, listen, let me talk to you. Let me minister unto you, innit? So I'm like, yeah, alright, God, alright, cool. Let me just sit down and listen to what you're saying. He said, listen, let me tell you something. I know a lot of you out there are missing maybe an ex. Maybe you miss a boyfriend or girlfriend, or you've been in a situation where you've missed an ex, yeah? And then God was saying to me, listen, the same way you felt about that person, it's the same way I felt about you. Yeah, I know what time. You one of them times where sometimes you think of something crazy to do for your ex. Like you've broken up, but you're thinking of something. You're thinking to do something crazy, like just to try and get them back. I don't know if it's more for men. Us men, we do some mad things, so sometimes we mess up in it. But you're thinking of something crazy to do to get them kind of back. You get me? You thought of like some plan, some crazy plan. Maybe some of you girls have thought to turn up at your man's house, in a long coat and just to do some madness. This is before I was saved, by the way, guys. But you thought about them things, or just something just a bit crazy and out there just to kind of try and get their attention to get them back, right? And he said, I have done that already. Now I was looking at him like, my Gigi, talk to me, what are you talking? He said, listen, I sent my son, Jesus, to come and die for an ex. No, look at, bro, because I know that wasn't me, but I want your ex, bro. He said, no, all of you were my exes. All of you. The Bible says that all of us were enemies of God. Although at one point Israel was the wife of God. And yet it says that Israel turned away from God. And because they turned away from God, they turned to other places and had begun to fornicate with other people and began to move reckless with other people. And God was watching all of this. Just like a boyfriend breaking up with his girlfriend after seeing her moving mad. I was like, oh wow. And he said to me, listen, but yet I was crazy enough about you. I loved you enough. I was so crazy about you. I decided to send my son, the word, in the form of man, to come and rescue you. And I was like, but how does that apply to me? He said, listen, you see the way that you love this girl, yeah? And that you're crazy about it. That you would do almost anything for this person. That's how I feel about you. And he said, listen, this message needs to get out to certain people, because certain people don't know that I love them that much. That I don't care about their past. I just want them to come back to me. And I'm like, bro, rotted. I had to sit there and really deep it like, hold on a minute. Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's mad. Because it's true. At one point I was your enemy. At one point I don't really like you. And there's people out there who do not like God. Yeah? But they don't, it's not that they don't like God. But certain things have happened in their life where they've asked, God, where are you? I thought you said you were there, and it's not happened the way they want it to happen. And so therefore they conclude God ain't there. Or they hate God. And if you hate God, you can't hate on something you don't like. You can't hate on something that you don't think is real. Deeper, a lot of people are in that situation. They hate God, but don't believe in Him. How can that be possible? You don't believe He exists, but you hate Him. So, you know, it's one of them ones. I was just saying to God about the situation. It was like, he was like saying, so I was talking to God and he was like, okay, you know, it's been 10 months. Would you go after her again? And I said, yeah, bro, I would. Still, obviously, bro, like if that was if I was allowed to, bro, I'll go there and get me. He said, listen, see, no matter how far you've gone, I'm chasing after you. No matter how far you've gotten, I'm chasing after you. You know what I'm saying? There was a case of a woman by the well, right? Who had 5 husbands. Okay? And basically, Jesus revealed that, you know, even the husband you're with right now, even the guy you're with right now, you're not even married to. But yet still, he transformed their life. See, it doesn't matter how deep you are, man. That God can still come and grab you, man. You know, you're an ex of God. You know what I'm saying? But you can be reconciled back into the relationship. I was an ex once of God. And, you know, I thought, you know, at times I used to think, nah, man, allow the God thing, because I want to move mad. I want to move mad. I want to live my own life. I want to live my best life. I want to be a slur boy. I want to be a dance. I want to be on a dance floor. I want to be raving, clubbing. I want to be sexting some girls. I want to really enjoy it. That was my mindset at the time. But then God had to reach out to me whilst I was an enemy. Whilst I was sleeping with the enemy. Whilst I was sleeping with somebody I didn't really need to be sleeping with. Even though I may have said I knew God or whatever. Like, he still came and grabbed me, man. Like, no matter how deep I was. Some of you are deep, man. Some of you are stooped into the sin, but you think that because you're stooped into the sin, God can't come and grab you. My friend, listen, I love my ex enough to go and grab her. I don't care. I'm not saying my girl ex-girlfriend never cheated on anything. I'm just saying I love my girl that even now, ex-girlfriend now, that I would go grab her. Do you know what I'm saying? So deeper that it doesn't matter how long we've been apart. At the moment, I'll still go and grab her. And why is that? Love. Because the key component in all of this is love. And so when you deep and understand love here, you begin to realize, like, okay, because of love, I will do this thing, you know. And you know, Beyonce said it right, crazy in love. It's crazy to send your whole son to come and die for people who don't even like you. It's mad of me to want somebody, bruv, after 10 months and not think to yourself, like, is there not plenty more fish in the sea? There are, bruv, but I want you, bruv. You understand? And that's where God sees me. That's where God sees you. That's where God sees the hundreds of millions of people that are on this earth who are wandering without God. He loves them so much that he was crazy enough, because that's what love does to you, makes you crazy enough to send his son to die. I know some people are watching it like, oh bro, he's giving a Christian message again, but listen, you have to deep it. God is love. So whenever you talk about love, you talk about the characteristics of endurance, patience, you know, endurance. I think I already said that. A, doesn't count no wrongs, doesn't boast, it's not angry, it's slow to anger, everything like that. You have to deep it. All those characteristics are about God, not about man. Because all those characteristics, endurance, can you endure? A lot of you can't. Are you patient? A lot of you are not patient. Are you slow to anger? A lot of you are not slow to anger. Do you count wrongs? Yes, you do. Plenty of them. Next week you'll be saying you're misstepping your toes. Next week you'll be saying, but I remember you stepped on my toes. A lot of you count the wrongs. Do you know what I'm saying? Are you kind? Not always. Sometimes you do things which are not kind. But I deeped it. I said, but the reason why God wanted me is because of love. And because he is love. You get me? So I was just like, oh man. It was a lot, man. I was just talking to God. But that's just one of my conversations. I wanted to share with you guys that I had with God. I didn't want to talk too long. I just wanted to say, my battery's almost on low down. But I just wanted to say that kind of thing to you guys. Like, if you miss your ex, I'm not saying to go and miss them, but if you've missed your ex, you'll understand what I'm talking about today. That God misses you. No matter how deep you think you are in your sin, no matter how deep you think you are in the mess, no matter how deep you think you are doing wrong, even if you've been born again and you think you're far away, listen, God has his hand upon you. He wants you. He has not forgotten you. He's not forsaken you. And he wants a relationship with you continuously. Do you get me? So, yeah, man. Guys, at least you know now I miss my ex. I've exposed myself. But I appreciate you. Listen, Little Black Book. You already know what time it is. Like, share, and subscribe, baby. Yeah.